join in after, that's fine.
Fuck it, we're going.
All right.
Recording. Welcome to the
Yeah.
DaBaby experience.
Shittiest
podcast.
Is it hold on, is it the DaBaby experience or is it
Or
DaBaby
DaBaby.
experience?
I think it's just DaBaby
Which one
experience.
Wait, which
Okay,
one?
can we take the fucking
just-
cat ears
just
off?
DaBaby
Can we
experience.
please take the cat
I think
ears
it's
off?
funny.
I'm keeping mine on.
can't. No, even
So it's the DaBaby experience.
No, it's just DaBaby experience.
It's just DaBaby experience.
no, it's the DaBaby because the baby is.
It's
It's the baby
it's
experience.
the DaBaby experience.
DaBaby experience.
We can't
It's
just take
the-
out a part of his name.
The baby experience.
Yeah, it's. the
Elena, why do you
DaBaby.
have like a stack of Amazon boxes behind you?
I moved a couple months ago, so
Oh.
I just kept all of my Amazon boxes and I put all my crap in it. So
How
Ah,
did anyone know about this?
Chilling.
Like, I thought you guys were.
Yeah,
you guys
I
fucking
thought,
talk a lot more. I
yeah.
thought like you would have known if she's
Bruh.
been
You
moved
guys
for
like my
months.
nice.
That
nice
hurts my
hat.
eyes.
Nice hat.
That
That's
hurts
really
my
appreciate
eyes.
Nice
it.
hat. Nice hat.
Good. Hey Patrick.
Okay,
go
so
for it,
basically, why the fuck is it called the DaBaby experience? Quite fucking
don't
simply,
fucking know.
brain damage.
Brain
It's
damage.
brain damage.
Exactly.
One time
It's
I was
just-
like, man, I have no group chat. So we made a new group chat with a bunch of people.
Yep,
And then
Yeah.
we ended up calling it DaBaby.
it was
and-
the worst fucking mistake.
And,
I'm not
and-
even in it.
And
I'm
that was
not even
original
entirely,
name.
and that was entirely
What
Ethan's
was
fault.
the original name? It had a name before that, didn't it?
It was like Gamers plus Ella, right?
Yeah,
Oh
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
Gamers plus Ella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then we renamed it to DaBaby. And now
DaBaby.
For some fucking reason, and they're keeping the joke rolling.
we're keeping the joke rolling
Why?
because we're going to
It's like the
exhaust it until it
Jawcast.
dies.
It's like
Why
the
the fuck not?
Jawcast.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
the
like
Jawcast except DaBaby.
except just with just DaBaby.
DaBaby.
Except with a rapper that
DaBaby
isn't
cast.
dead. It's just with a guy that isn't
Yeah,
dead.
watch DaBaby is gonna die like tomorrow.
We're just like foreseeing this fucker's death. It's gonna
Yeah,
be the
as soon as
funniest thing.
the YouTube video goes up, he's gonna die.
It's like how
Probably.
Not a
Ethan's
joke.
fucking. It's like how Ethan's album he released a part of it like right before the fucking riots
Oh
on
yeah.
January
The day
6th.
before.
That was the funniest
Oh,
shit
yeah.
I've seen in a while. Because
Funniest
just
shit
like
I've ever seen.
can you
Funniest
fucking imagine just like you create an entire album about like a country like rebelling and then becoming this like tyrannical dictator state, and then half of that shit actually fucking happens like the
Next
next
day.
day.
Exactly. The next day, like he put a demo out on Twitter, and then the rioters
next
were like,
fucking
"Oh,
day.
I like this.
This is
Right
my
on.
inspiration.
This is my jam."
This is my.
Ethan,
Yeah.
can you write a
This kinda
song about me
bumped.
being white?
What?
Yeah.
Well, there's a small
Can you
problem.
write a
with
song
that.
about me being white?
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
guess
write a
so.
song about
Small
Diego
problem with
Callis
that.
being white.
So Diego, look at your first
Please.
name and your last name. Do they-
I can figure it out. I can.
Do they sound very white?
Diego
I can change
Callis,
them.
white person.
Professional white person.
Professional white
Professional
person.
white person.
I'm a casual white person. I'm not professional. I just do
Oh,
it as a
yeah,
side
I'm just
thing.
casual.
I don't take my
I'm not-
racism
I'm
that
not ranked.
seriously.
I'm not a ranked white person.
Ranked competitive whiteness.
Competitive white. Who can be?
It would be like silver.
I'd be fucking.
Well, according to Drake, I'd be like
Fucking
global
global.
elite in whiteness. Yeah.
No, you gotta leave some space for like
It's
Ella
because
and stuff.
literally I just define like just music taste like Pink Floyd and like rock and shit.
Oh yeah.
I
the
just
music
define it
taste
as white
thing.
people music for like no
I-
fucking
Drake-
reason.
define everything as white
any
person
music
music.
is either metal or white people, according to Drake.
Yeah, that's all. That's all Drake has ever said.
No, there is one outlier to that. DaBaby is black people music.
Okay, true. Everything else, white.
No, I'm just rap in general, but that's just the nature. That's just the
The
nature of
baby.
it.
DaBaby.
Yeah,
The baby is the white.
I've never even listened to DaBaby.
Black
I don't
person.
even know.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
I've never listened to. I've never even listened to it.
I wrote
never
a
listened-
baby song on a stream once.
Have any of us here listened to fucking DaBaby?
No, I've never. I
You
have
guys
Wait,
never
Drake.
talked about
I
the
have
baby?
never listened to a DaBaby
I've
song.
never listened to DaBaby.
DaBaby.
Oh
Diego,
my
remember
God,
that one time
Dad.
I was playing?
Do you have
fucking-
any good songs?
I don't
Uh,
think so.
No, but remember that Diego? Remember that one time I was playing
I don't know.
DaBaby on the Skype call? Because Discord was fucking up.
Oh,
Discord,
yeah.
Discord was fucking up,
On the
so I said,
Skype call, you
Discord
played
was
DaBaby
fucking-
on a Skype
Oh
call?
wait, was that when Diego did the funny?
yeah.
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 And he was just
I
fucking
have it. I
laughing. He was
have
just-
the
he
video
was
of
just
when he
laughing
did
his ass off
when he
at
played
DaBaby.
it.
DaBaby is quite
Yeah.
a funny guy. I agree.
He is.
Yeah, I remember
Quite a
fucking
quite a funny
Ethan
one.
was like messaging me as it was happening. He's like, Diego was like dying of laughter when I mentioned the baby. like
Really?
like
Now
I
gotta
swear I remember
find
that
it.
night when Diego called me. Diego was like, "Yo, my mouse pad needs to chill." It was so fucking funny.
Yo, my mouse pad needs to chill.
Look, having fucking RGB lights on everything does not help.
I know. It was
I
so
can
funny because
imagine. I
he
can
was
imagine
trying-
you just being zooted out of your mind and just seeing lights everywhere. Just being like,
Okay, that's not even where it started. It was this bottle. I just had a bottle in my hand and it was just shaking. I just felt
remember,
it shaking.
Diego, he was trying to pull his blanket up more over him, and he's like, "My fucking blanket isn't working." And then he realized, oh wait, I'm stepping on my blanket. That's why it's.
It took me like an
not-
hour. It took me like an hour to realize that I had my
No.
foot over the blanket so I couldn't pull it up.
It was the dumbest shit ever, and
funniest shit
it
I've
makes
ever
me
seen.
want to do it because that was really funny.
Well, when Ethan gets, I still
No.
have like half of one. Ethan, are you not
Oh
getting it
shit!
anymore?
Yo, show it on camera.
No.
Yeah, don't.
No,
Let's
that's
don't.
Dog, you
show it
cannot,
on-
you cannot see it.
Don't show
yeah,
it on
yeah,
camera.
I know, but like,
No,
never-
try
No
to get
illegalities. This is going on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're recording. No one's
Yeah.
gonna.
Whoa.
Whoa,
For
that's,
a reason.
that's like that. That's like the whole point of a podcast.
Wait.
Well,
wait,
it's just-
wait,
it's
wait,
just
Are you
VC.
recording me? Hold on. Whoa.
Guys,
Whoa.
I did not. No.
Whoa.
I did not consent to this. I need to leave. I didn't consent.
Yeah, I'm.
Get the fuck out.
minors are only sometimes cute.
We'll be right back. Wait,
There-
Diego, what?
Ah,
Diego, what?
What?
Diego,
What?
Diego just
What?
casually looked at his phone and said, "Minors are only sometimes cute."
no. Diego.
Well, if I'm
Yo,
trying to get
swag.
arrested,
Swag.
Elena
What?
Drip? How?
Oh shit.
How? I can't fathom it.
Fucking.
Swaggest man east of the Mississippi.
True.
Stop. It's not hard to be that swag on the East Coast. It's all.
The East Coast
it's all-
has a severe lack of
it's all
swag.
it's all just people from Boston and like hillbillies. Like that's just all the East Coast fucking is.
People from Boston can also be translated to the word hipster.
No, it
No,
can't.
no.
Yes, it can.
They're homophobic.
Oh. Well,
Because
damn it.
in the South, it's homophobic and racist. In Boston,
Well,
it's just
I'm packing my
homophobia.
bags for Boston, boys.
I'm packing my bags for Boston. Dude, it's only slightly better. Let's go.
Yo, let's go.
Okay,
Dude, I love
so-
Boston. I actually hate
I
Boston.
want to talk. I kind of wanted to touch on a fucking topic here, but like,
yeah.
our
We're-
humor is shit.
It is.
True.
And
It is.
it's-
Okay,
so
okay,
much
look.
better.
No,
It's
it's
better.
not, because I thought it was better from the because I was on the group chat, but no, it's the same thing. We just replaced the old memes with Catboys and Bestie and acting like a white gay fucking.
Okay, here's the
like-
thing.
So true,
What
Bestie.
improved was the people. We replaced it with better people. So
True,
like,
true.
yeah, the
But the
humor
humor
is
is
still
still
bad.
shit.
Humor is still bad, but at least it's
But
like
we
people I
replaced it with
genuinely
better
want to be around.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Because
mean,
before it was like, wow, everyone's just racist.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
oh, everyone likes cat ear. So it's like it's a trade-off, you know? Racism
it's
or
a trade-off, but it could still be
No,
better if
they're
we
the
like,
same
stop
thing. They're
like-
mentioning Catboys every day.
No, I don't want to stop mentioning Catboys every day.
I
Don't
do.
get me
I do.
wrong.
Want
Well,
to
I
stop.
do.
I would.
Okay,
I do. It's
to
all
be
Ethan
fair,
ever
yeah,
talks
that-
about.
yes.
It's really.
It's better than racism.
It
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
It is.
Yeah,
However,
but
that's
it's
like
not
saying
much
oh,
better.
you know, like Biden and Kamala Harris, they're better than Trump and fucking
Yeah.
Pence, but
Well,
like
yeah, they.
we
yes.
still want better. We still want
Okay,
better.
Fair.
Fair.
You know, it's this the
Obama.
only fucking problem is we are physically locked into a 4-year. Biden's has a 4-year fucking tenure with the White
He's
House.
gonna
Like,
die.
He can't leave.
True.
Why did you fucking?
I think our president will be assassinated.
The third one. Bro, okay, another thing. People from fucking Brazil are insane. Can we agree? Brazilians are fucking insane.
This is Drake's list of topics.
Like,
Our
no,
humor is
happened.
terrible. Brazilians are terrible.
I have a secret agenda. I'm just racist to Brazilians. That's all it
Drake,
is.
Drake is just gonna go insult everything. Our humor bad. Brazilians.
Brazilians awful. What else?
Man,
are we
No,
doing?
Let's stand
no,
deep.
I was talking about this earlier today. I saw on Twitter, like there was like some like news like outlet on Twitter. They tweeted like Brazil has like become like the crime capital of the world or some shit. And some guy responds like Brasilia numero uno.
Yeah.
And it's just like a soccer player like sliding and like yeah. It's like he just won the World Cup and he's like Brasilia numero uno. And it's the dumbest shit ever.
Dude, Twitter is hell.
I know,
I think-
but Brazil is worse.
I think if we all just collectively agree, Twitter is awful. Brazil is
fucking-
even worse.
Twitter fucking sucks balls though.
Would you rather
It
move
does.
to Brazil or Detroit?
Oh
Detroit.
fuck!
Detroit.
Where in Brazil?
I don't know any places in
Where the
Brazil.
Brazilians are.
Where
You have to interact with Brazilian people.
I'm gonna have to say Detroit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say
y'all later.
Detroit. They at least speak English. Like,
Why the fuck is the baby so buff?
Everyone tells me I
I'm
look
watching
like
the
the
video
baby.
when Ethan
Everyone
played the baby
tells
for me,
I
and he's
look
so
like the
buff.
baby.
Everyone tells me I look like the baby. Does
If
the
I
baby?
saw that
exist?
thing running across my living room carpet, I would stomp it until it was a small brown stain.
What?
The fucking,
Ethan knows.
yeah, the
Ethan
fucking chills,
knows.
dude.
I've seen it. It's just
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Chills.
The
but, like,
video's been sent like a million fucking times.
Oh, it has. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
check like the videos channel. Like the
Yeah, I
shit-
don't
Well,
check
no,
it either.
like
I don't
before
check
we
that.
had that, before that existed.
Oh.
Like way
Oh.
ages ago. Like fucking.
Yeah, it was like a long
Gaming.
fucking time ago.
Yeah.
gaming.
Okay, another thing. Like, let's get some fucking topics rolling. Get a conversation rolling. Someone.
Yeah, Drake is just carrying at this point.
True.
Yeah, and, like, my fucking back hurts.
Oh,
like,
dude,
literally.
talk about-
Twitter sucks
Um,
balls.
So our next
Okay,
topic
we
is
just
Drake.
said
You have a great.
Yeah, but like we didn't go
Okay,
into
everyone,
Twitter. sucking balls.
everyone. The next topic
There's nothing
will
to
be
talk
Drake's
about if
back.
we all agree with it. Yeah,
My
Drake's
back
back.
pain.
Hurts like shit.
I disagree.
This
I
Justin.
disagree.
This
You're wrong.
Justin.
I
My back
disagree.
fucking
Your
hurts.
your back does not hurt at all. Let's discuss.
Like, do we have anything
I
that we
suffer
don't
from
just all
chronic
agree
pain.
on?
Fucking-
I don't
I mean-
know
I don't
why.
think we have anything that we just don't
Uh,
already agree on.
Well,
Can I ask
I
you
have
something?
one
what? Yeah.
fucking
What's up?
music
Hi.
taste.
How do you feel about the sexual attention of animated characters in animal
Okay, let's
movies?
talk about
I
that.
feel.
No,
I
let's
feel like it's not necessary to
Let's
be
talk about that.
paying attention
You know?
to
I
it.
feel like we should talk about that.
I
And
feel like no. I
feel
think
like-
that's a
I-
good-
no, no,
that's a
I
good
would-
thought.
I would-
I feel like
yeah.
if someone
What
had
do
a
we
presentation to
what do we think death is like? No, this is like kind of fucking weird. But like
Oh,
it's actually
yeah.
I feel a good
True.
question.
oh yeah.
What do you think like if I'm assuming most of us here are atheists. I think it's all of us.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yes, sort of.
kinda.
I mean,
Yeah,
it depends.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of. I
Right.
just don't care enough
Basically-
to think about anything else.
Yeah, I've just
Yeah.
stopped. I've just tried to stop
I just
thinking
don't care
about it.
enough.
I know, but
I've
like
just
the
thought-
reason I think about it is because I have conservative friends and they like to bring up like, oh, why do you think this? Why this? Why that?
Right.
And so I discuss with him, and it's actually really interesting. And
I mean,
he
it
was
can
like,
be, yes, debating people
Yeah.
is fun as hell when it's
yeah,
respectful.
yeah, when it's like when it's people you're good friends with and they're civil about it. It's
Yeah, and they're civil
Yeah.
about it and not just like.
fucking
Halo
angry.
fans under any circumstances.
But basically, it's like personally, I see death as like you obviously can't really you don't really know what sleep is like, but you kind of
Right.
have like a general idea.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but permanent. No dreaming.
Dude, that's what it's hard to
Yeah.
wrap your head around is because you don't like you don't.
Because you're not conscious.
Right, you're not conscious, and like if you're good, if you can train yourself to dream lucidly, you can train yourself to figure out that you're asleep.
Yeah.
But you never remember falling asleep. Almost nobody remembers actually falling asleep. Like they just remember being awake,
They
and
remember
then all
like
of a sudden,
the brief moments before.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they remember like lying awake, waiting to go to sleep, and then they like are in a dream or they wake up. If you don't, you like right. So
Yeah,
it's
and
just-
then like
it's
then
weird
you like fucking you blink and like I used to do this all the time when I was a kid. I would like look at the clock. It's like a certain time. Like I blink and it's like fucking 8 hours later. It's the morning. I'm like what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
like,
That's what
like
it
problem
eight-year-old-
is- The reason why that's so scary is because you never remember the actual moment you fall asleep. So when you
Yeah.
die, you probably will just like, you won't know.
Yeah.
Well,
to
it's
be
not
fair,
like you're
that-
gonna
yeah.
wake up afterwards
that's
and
why
remember it
it's
though.
like-
Exactly, that's the problem. That's why it's so
it's like in
Well, but
fucking
it's
movies.
true.
This makes sort of a little bit of sense. It's like if someone like if you see someone like go to the fucking afterlife in a movie, they're like, "What the fuck happened?"
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like what happened? I was walking across the street and then no fucking.
They lived in Brazil.
Fuckers took my consciousness. Can't have shit in Detroit.
Yeah, walking across 3 consecutive highways to get to fucking school. That's Brazil.
You are on your way to Brazil.
And the problem is each highway is only like half full.
No matter
Like,
where we try to go with our conversation,
It's just Brazil.
we always end up back at
Always end up
Brazil.
back in Brazil.
Brazil. It is Alpha and Omega, our end and our beginning. It's fucking Brazil.
Brazil.
It's
That's
Brazil.
where humans came from. We came from Brazil.
Mom, where do babies come from? Brazil.
Brazil.
We go from talking about like religion and how death feels like to this.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're having a deep conversation,
Oh
and now we're
fuck!
just
I
back to
spilled
Brazil.
water all over my floor.
Let's go.
Joe Mama.
Pick it up. Patrick, what was
No.
that?
I don't think I will. Hold on, I'm gonna just get like
Well, it's gonna
I'm
remain
just
there
gonna-
Emotionally
you do.
descending.
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
that's
I saw
yeah.
the
I'm
whip, and then
mentally
you said Joe
descending.
Mama or something.
We've only been going
I'm
for 17
terrible.
minutes.
Let's
Oh,
go.
God.
It feels like it's been 5. I'm gonna be perfectly
It
honest.
feels like it's been 3 hours.
I feel like it's been 3 hours.
No, dude, I've had a great time just talking about shit that I
No.
believe.
Let's keep it. Let's keep.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Next
Alright,
topic.
actually-
What is
Okay,
your
okay.
opinion on Yugoslavia?
Yugoslavia, honestly, it was a
That the
really
dude with
shitty
the
country.
cards?
The only way it was held together, it was just by some like fucking strong man who is like,
Yeah.
oh, I will fuck you. Your family will get firing squatted if I find out you want to rebel. Like I will fucking kill all of you if you show
True.
any resentment or dissent towards
I miss
my
Yugoslavia.
country.
True.
And then
That's the bear, right?
no one misses it. It
Yeah.
was fucking terrible. It was literally just. It was a It was a mishmash of.
Is it the
It was
small
just
bear
all
or
these
the
fucking.
big
It was
bear?
just all these fucking ethnicities
Yugos-
just put together.
Yugoslavia the bear.
Hey, he said the joke louder. I don't even know what's going on over there, so I can't say anything about this.
No one fucking knows.
I don't know what's
I'm just
happening.
being a fucking
No, I
spectator,
literally
like,
don't
walking
know
in
what's
my
going
chair,
on over there. I
constantly
have
moving.
nothing on this
True.
topic.
Hey, yo,
I took my wheelie chair away because I knew I would like be like super shifty.
what fucking music y'all be fucking listening to?
Pink Floyd.
I wonder what you guys.
Look at
I
Ethan's
wonder-
shirt. Look at his fucking shirt.
True.
Look at the hoodie. Yeah.
His shirt represents both his music taste and his sexuality all in one. It's
Yes.
very simple.
Yes. Okay, but unironically, prog rock and art rock and just rock in general, good.
True.
Old music, I like. Yes.
Eh.
Good.
I am like,
I
I feel I'm like the outlier, sort of.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
I
are
don't
Drake.
know,
You said you have
yeah,
like
you
a
are.
72-hour metal playlist.
No, it's 100 hours.
Oh.
Wait, no, it's not. It's let me check. 84 hours.
84
nice.
hours. Let's go.
Speaking of which, the DaBaby official playlist is now 122 hours long. It's got
My longest
2,142
playlist
songs.
is
Wait,
9
didn't
hours,
we add
and that's
the
like
entire DaBaby discography in
yes.
the playlist?
Yes, we did, and I added
Oh
like,
my
the
God.
almost a lot of Pink Floyd discography.
Like
that's
the
why
whole
the
thing
official one
almost.
is like that. People
I
just
think maybe
added
the whole thing.
entire fucking like.
Okay.
I added
Well,
like
the
a
thing
whole
is-
playlist to this playlist.
I still remember when like everyone was freaking the fuck out, like have fucking 72-hour playlist.
Because
That's
it's a lot.
That's when I still listen to it, but like now I only listen if I want to find like new music because like I found the artists. I find an artist. I put their songs in I put the songs I like on my like I have like a favorite songs playlist. That one's 7 hours long. My favorite songs are on one playlist, and like every song like overall is on the metal playlist.
Right.
Like it includes ones that are like okay, you know, I don't like hate them, but like ones that I just dislike, I just take off of it.
Right.
Honestly. And
That's a good. I mean, I like that system.
Yeah, it's just like a filtering system, honestly.
True.
It makes
And
sense
then-
because
I
like
only
you
have,
just
like,
add a
a
whole
few
ton of songs.
artists.
Like that's how I found so many of the albums that I listen to because I mostly listen to music by the album, and that's how I found so many of them. Is because I would hear a song I like on the radio and just like find the album that it was from and listen to the whole thing. And half the time, that lets you find like either a really good album or like a mediocre album with like at least one other good song in it.
Yeah, or at most a good artist.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because like that's how I found like a bunch of the Billy Joel stuff.
True.
And then
Eli Joel.
yes. And then Styx, The Grand Illusion. The only reason I know that is because the Come Sail Away that's on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know about that album and like the artist in general.
Honestly, I found like half of my shit through just like, you know, how some of my conservative friends, so a lot of them listen to metal.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
No.
Basically, my friend Sam is like the biggest influence. Literally, just like he's like, yo, you ever heard of Slipknot before? I'm like, no, what the fuck is that? And he
Why
played
are
a
like
song
why are like half of conservatives just named Sam?
because they're Christian. What do you expect?
True.
They're like
My
Christian
brother's
white
named
families.
Samuel.
The
We
only
don't call him
problem is
Sam.
the only problem is his dad is homophobic. That's the
Oh,
problem.
nice.
Yeah, he's chill. He doesn't really care. He's mostly conservative for obviously economical shit.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
He
what
has-
that's just social. That's just social right wingism, like or
Yeah.
not or economical, like
Right-wing.
political views.
I
rather
feel
than
like
social.
in terms of left to right, he's like socially, he's more moderate, but more
Yeah, so
right.
that would be like you can. There's like a because left to right at the bare minimum or left to right like when you get down to it is just like socialism versus capitalism, and then like it's progressive versus conservative. That's like socially
Yeah.
like I hate gays versus I don't hate gays, right?
Yeah, it
Right.
gets to a point where like I dislike gays, but whatever, I am okay with gays. To like,
Mhm.
I am gay. I hate gays. Well,
Right.
not necessarily. I was trying to think of. I was trying.
You're either gay or
think-
homophobic. You
Yeah.
can't, you can't be neither.
I was trying to think of like. I was trying to think of like, oh, what is the opposite of hating gays? Being gay.
Being gay.
Well-
It's either being like heavily supporting it or being
Right.
gay
Right.
or
True.
both. Probably
I
both.
don't even know what my parents' political views are. I just know they're fucking racist.
Let's go.
Like,
Well-
they're pretty. Everyone, like, not my
A sup-
mom, my stepdad, my stepmom, and my dad. They're all pretty racist.
Nice.
But
Surprising.
it's nothing
a
political. They're just
surprising-
Hispanic.
A surprising amount of
Like,
Hispanic
yeah.
people are racist. Fuck.
It's because they grew up in a country where everyone else was Hispanic, so you don't like you notice. the
Yeah, it's
differences
pretty
between
homogenous. Like
people.
even if they're from
Yeah.
like different Hispanic countries, they look decently similar. They speak like the same language,
Yeah.
maybe with different dialects. And like oh,
There's
like
a lot of racism in Asia too.
yeah, oh yeah, especially Japan. Like there's a shit
Oh,
ton of like
yeah.
minority groups. Like
Oh,
make-
they're-
yeah, like there's a bunch of like very tiny minority groups that like Japan just like doesn't give a single fuck about. They're like,
well,
oh,
they,
what do you
they
fucking?
do they do care about them, but it's because they care about them because they hate them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
and
yeah.
no, they hate them in a way they don't care. Where it's like
Well,
they're like, oh, like you're just fucking ignored. Like you are just Japanese. Like you are just Japanese. Because like the Japanese, they're the most like racially homogenous country in the world.
Yeah.
I
like
think is that even-
80%.
Yeah.
80% of their population is just Japanese.
It's more than that. It's like 95 or some shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
it is a fucking
Yeah.
large amount. Whereas in the U.S., there is no racial identity for our country. Like the only thing holding this thing together is just nationalism. That's really it. Even though technically the definition of nationalism is supposed to be like a nation like that within the interest of like one ethnic group's like
Right.
that was like the whole big thing about nationalism, but like we just have this like modern nationalism that's just like loving our country for what it stands for, not for the race it supports.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's good.
It's good, yeah,
Unless
it's
your
fine.
country is bad, and even if your country has flaws, it's good to just be like, yeah, my country is my country, you know, like.
Yeah.
But when it gets to a point where like you're sort of blinded by it, like how you see some of these conservatives out here, like, you know, the U.S. is the greatest country ever, and they just like ignore all the flaws just because like either they pretend the flaws don't exist, they genuinely don't think there are flaws in the country because it doesn't affect them. Like, or just anything else, whatever it is. Some people just blatantly ignore the flaws in their country just because of the nationalism, and that's the
and-
point
The
where it
U.S.
becomes a
is
problem.
fucked. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, but,
true.
like to be
Yeah.
to be
The
fair,
U.S. is fucked.
to be fair,
Can't
the
ignore
U.S. is really good compared to a lot of countries.
It is.
But
Well, yeah,
it-
compared to a lot, but it
could
is
be better.
fucked. It's
It could
still
be better.
fucked.
It could be way
Yeah.
better.
It could be a lot better.
Good thing
And-
Diego lives in Texas, away from it all. Jeez,
Away from it all.
away from it all.
Yeah.
There's America, and then there's Texas. It's different.
And then
Fuck
there's
yeah.
New Mexico.
It's just a
Yes.
small country. It can ignore everyone else.
Who the fuck actually lives in Wisconsin and New Mexico? Who the fuck lives there? I'm gonna be fucking honest.
Troy from High School Musical. He lives in New Mexico.
Dude, okay,
Who the
okay.
fuck
Have
is
you?
that?
Okay, listen.
Troy
listen.
from High School
you-
Musical.
Have you ever met anyone who has been to Wyoming?
No.
No.
No, I haven't.
Okay, here's the weird
Wisconsin,
thing.
yes.
I have
Wyoming,
been
no.
to Wyoming, but it is the part about the trip that I least remember. So I am convinced that Wyoming is fake and it was a dream. Because like we took our whole trip, right? And I remember a lot about it. But we went to Wyoming and it was just like,
Bleak as fuck.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no
Okay,
one lives
like,
there.
Jokes aside, there is fucking nothing there. There is nothing.
There's
I mean,
nothing.
you could go like 600 miles and not see a house. Like, there's nothing there.
And the thing is, you would see a fucking farmland. You would see a field of like corn, but there's
Right.
no house. There's still no house. It's just, it's like the
just
fields, they get
free
tended,
for
like
the
they're cared
taking.
for. They get fertilized and they get harvested, but there's still somehow nobody
We
there.
actually, it was really scary. We got a flat tire in Wyoming, and it took like 2 hours for AAA to get there. Because we called AAA, and luckily we had DT. What did you just send me? And luckily we had cell service, so we could call them. But it still took a while for them to get there, and it was kind of
That's just
scary
kinda
because it
like,
was like
what-
when we were calling them, we were like, "Are they even gonna be able to come?" What is-
Okay, no, you have to send it. You have to send it now, and you have to show it on screen.
No, I'm not showing you. It's not. No, why did you send that?
Putting
Okay,
it
then
in-
don't look. Then
in
don't look at it
general.
during the.
It's in general.
It's in general, but I just don't get it.
I just looked up wife.
Let's-
That's what I saw when I looked up wife.
Latino people.
That's all they're useful for. Cooking. What are your opinions on that?
Oh no.
An L.
My Discord. Okay, on my internet
No,
died for
you're
a
back.
second.
You're
I'm
back.
back. Yeah.
We had a
Fucking
very
hell.
important discussion
How
with
many
that.
Dude, okay. Okay, I want to move to Canada. Yeah.
Why?
I went there, and everyone is so unbelievably nice.
Yeah, like
And they're
if,
funny
if
too.
you're
Like they are genuinely funny. Like I mean, I'm not just saying like, oh, all Canadians are funny, but like the people we met there, like my dad knows, and they were so just witty. Like they're so good at like just thinking of funny things to say based on the situation, and they're just so nice. People are nice.
okay, yeah, if your stereotype for your
You got
entire
a flat
country is
tire,
you're
eh?
too nice, then you're doing a pretty good job.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they are doing a very good job. And it's it's a stereotype, but it's really true. Like people are really just nice there. Like if you go to New York
Good
City,
stereotype.
like people like if you like say
Get
I
out
mean
the
if you like
fucking way.
It really
Yeah.
smells like piss. It just smells like
I'm not
piss, dude.
surprised.
okay, to be
Okay.
fair, almost every city smells like piss. However,
okay, true.
Canadian cities smell like slightly
I feel
less
like
piss.
the only
Slightly
two
less
cities I've ever been to that are not fucking shit. Washington D.C. and
Washington.
downtown Huntsville.
I was
Oh,
about,
yeah,
I was,
Washington
no,
is
fucking, I was
fucking-
about to point out how much Washington D.C. just smells like piss.
It
I
doesn't.
I didn't notice
It
it.
literally doesn't.
Dude,
I've
that's
been to
like
Washington,
Okay,
like,
that's
several
one thing I
times.
remember.
maybe that's
I don't
because the
remember
poor
that.
bus. Maybe that's because because my school for some reason went on a trip to fucking DC for like no fucking reason, and like we saw a bunch of like the government buildings and shit. I was actually in the building, I believe, that got like fucking rioted at.
Nice.
Rioted.
Yeah.
Capital.
And
It's not that fucking building. I don't
That
remember.
one fucking
I don't. Yeah.
I got fucking dragged out by the
basically,
fucking Capitol Police
like,
once.
The only time like I actually got to like fucking I brain damage. Basically, I think the only I didn't really go anywhere that was like shitty. The shittiest place I went was like it was like right across the street from where like Lincoln died after getting shot.
Bruh.
Like,
Oh, nice.
Oh.
yeah, like I was like across the building where he got
Nice.
fucking like where he fucking like died, not where he got shot. It was like down the
Oh
street
yeah,
from
because
the-
he got
Oh
shot
yeah,
and taken
yeah.
to like
He
the
got shot like
hospital.
a while.
Yeah, no, he got shot. He got taken to
He
someone's
got shot a
house.
while ago. Though.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Bro, all the
Yeah,
fucking,
and like I
It
was
was
like,
it was a good bit ago, at least a couple years.
and it,
At least.
I would admit it smelled like burnt rubber, but that's about it.
bro, all the fucking
um,
like subways just smell like piss, dude. Especially the
Yeah, that's why. Cause see,
That's just Subways in general.
I went on a bus around.
Dude,
the
yeah,
nice
you ever
parts of
go
the
on a
city.
Subway to order a sandwich and you're just like, God damn, it smells like.
I don't think he meant that.
I forgot what I
Subway.
was gonna say.
No, but like, but really,
Oh,
no.
I
feel
thought he
like
meant
they-
Subway. I thought he meant fucking Subway. I thought he actually meant Subway.
Diego. Diego, you're
I was trying to make a joke. I was trying to make a joke.
I
like,
actually, dude.
okay, but really, like you go underground and the subway station, you're like, oh, this is nice, you know, because some of the subway stations are actually like
A
pretty
subway
well
and a
put
subway.
together. Like especially like the central ones, they actually are nice. Like they're well like kept. And you're like,
Subway and
oh, this is
subway?
cool. And you get on the train, you're just like, wow.
My internet died again.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
piss.
Yo, have you guys ever had Subway in a Subway?
No.
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 I haven't.
Nice, dude.
Think about it. I have
I
never
haven't.
been on a train in America before.
Good. They suck.
I have. The only
Doesn't
time I
matter
went
much.
is because like, it's like some like, it is sort of like a fucking like it's like a touristy thing. It's like
Yeah.
somewhere in Tennessee. My grandparents took me.
So
Like,
okay,
it-
if I can try sort of describe the experience of a train to you. So have you been on a plane?
Patrick, where was I? I was literally born in Europe.
Oh, that's right. I
That
forgot.
sounds
Okay,
funny.
so you've been on a
What?
plane.
I don't know if
so,
you
Yeah.
remember it.
So if you've been on a plane is
Oh,
like
yeah.
the right. You're up in the sky.
So you're up in the sky and you're traveling.
Fucking
Like,
Okay,
stupid.
no, but like right, you're in this like tube, and like there's all these people around, and everyone is grumpy, right? But you've got like these like flight attendants, right? And you've got everyone, and like the mood is like they're trying to keep the mood cheery, right? And they keep the
But it
place
just
well.
doesn't fucking work.
And they keep the place well clean. And sometimes like they try to keep the mood cheery and that lifts the spirits a little bit. But on a train there isn't none of that. So everyone's just fucking
it's
miserable.
just dirty.
Literally,
and cramped
it's just
and
the only good part of it was getting to go into like there's like an outside area of the train. We got to stand like outside and like watch.
The best part of the train is when you get off.
It actually was because we
Yeah.
got to go eat at a nice ass steak place,
Yeah, nice.
and then we had to fucking ride back on the same train.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't remember much of it. Honestly, I'm glad I fucking don't. It
Like
was
what?
probably-
Like 7th grade me witnessed someone get catcalled on the subway before.
really?
It's kind of cool.
Describe the experience.
No. No.
No, but you can't just mention it and not say it.
Well, I mean, I
Respecting
don't
women is
remember half
cool.
of it, and like the other half that I do remember, I really don't want to go into.
Oh, is it like
Like,
that?
that
kind of-
bad?
It's just uncomfortable.
Oh,
But yeah, I witnessed
How
someone get
bad
catcalled
was
on a
it?
train. And the
You
problem
know-
with that is like there's nowhere to go.
yeah. There's
Like,
nowhere to get
scary.
away
It's
from
like,
it.
uh-oh. Like I mean,
Hey,
you
you
can get
can't
off on
get
the
away
next
from it.
stop, but like that could be a while. You know, like that's
Please don't be
weird.
creepy.
Yeah, that's basically in our Valorant.
Oh yeah, I
in our
didn't talk about
Valorant
that,
game-
did I?
Yeah, no. Basically, in our Valorant game yesterday, we were playing with I like two e-girls and some guy, and like Diego like did good with the fucking Marshall or some shit, and like oh
Yeah.
my god, you're so good. And what did you say again, Diego?
I said, am I getting the gamer girls yet? And then like 30 seconds of silence. 30 seconds of silence later, they're like, please don't be creepy.
And,
So bad.
and then the thing is, he like for the two guys, like he bought me and the
Oh,
other
yeah,
guy
yeah,
in the game
'cause-
a Vandal.
Drake asked me
And-
to
and
buy him
then-
a gun, and then the other guy requested too, so I accidentally bought the other guy, and then I bought Drake, and then I said in VC, like,
No,
what did
you
I
said
even
you said
say?
in game chat. Yo,
yeah,
I
in game
just bought 2 guns. You guys better give me some good head. And I was like,
And then I like 10 seconds later, I had to specify that I meant the 2 guys and not the 2 girls.
Wait.
and
What?
the women were so fucking uncomfortable. They were so fucking uncomfortable. It was hilarious.
I didn't
the
mean
only
them.
thing that saved it was Diego being mildly funny and popping the fuck off. That was the only
We
thing
should play.
that
We
saved
should
it.
play CS right after this,
We should
Valorant.
play
Yeah,
CS
that's what we're
during this.
saying.
or Valorant, but game competitive
Yes,
shooter.
Game.
Competitive shooting. Shoot, game,
Dude,
go like
Dude, it's the experience of like caffeine and Counter-Strike is so interesting.
Metal and Counter-Strike.
No.
Yes,
If I
that's
listened to
literally-
music while playing
What?
that game, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah,
no,
I wouldn't
no,
be able
no,
to do
no, no,
anything.
I'm
I have
saying, like,
people in
before.
VC, the game
Oh,
and
oh.
the.
Dude,
I mean,
literally,
if you
I listen-
genuinely can get high off music, then go for it. I mean, some people
I
can.
can't because I swear to God, retard brain. Like I have literally. I was listening to Dragon Force. I fucking threw the fire and flame just.
Having a fucking seizure.
And it was. I was trying to like do my work. I'm like, I need to do my work, but this is.
Yes.
It feels funny to do. It's kind of fucking dumb.
Hey, if you can do that, like
I
if
mean-
that can genuinely like make you
Literally,
better,
it
or, like,
hypes me
make,
the fuck
like,
up.
That, to
Okay,
go
for
it,
me,
man.
it's just the second we start messing around, like even for just one round, I can't go back. After
Yeah.
that, I
Yeah.
can't go back.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
what
the
I
only
like
problem.
is the games where we're messing around and like laughing at the stuff we're doing, but we're not throwing. And those are
Yeah.
the games when I actually do really well.
I like the
Yeah.
games where I just take an op and like I fucking just like one shot the guy.
Drake,
mid.
that game where me and you just with the op, that was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
I like those
love
games
them.
where I get an AK and one tap everyone on the team and get an ace and save the team.
I
I
love
like
the
those
games
games where
do
I
good.
installed easyfrags.net and then win the game and then get banned 5 minutes after. It's a very
I like
enjoyable
games where I win.
Insane.
I like women.
Mobile gaming.
Game.
Me.
Me.
I don't like men. I'm
You.
not sexually attracted to men.
Yes, you are.
Me.
Why not?
Me.
Why not?
False.
Because I'm not gay, dude. What do you
Why?
want from me?
This is
Why
derailed.
not?
What do you want
This
from
is,
me?
dude.
Because I'm not,
I
I'm
want
not
you to be
attracted
gay.
to men.
I want you to be gay.
Wait a minute.
Why is that?
guys, I do not like men. It is a
Guys,
joke.
just to confirm.
I'm just gay and homophobic.
Anyway, I have lots of self-hatred for who I really am, so I push it all down deep inside, not let anyone know.
Yeah, homophobia, Diego.
Yeah.
I just see Drake just like talking about like suppressing emotions. Diego's lighting a
That's
lighter.
what all Mormon. That's what like half of all fucking Mormon people do.
What?
What?
Okay.
What?
You know? Do you know the amount of closeted gay Mormons there?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lighter thing.
No,
Me, I'm
Mormon people
Mormons
really
do
like
that.
fire.
there is a shit ton of like closeted gay Mormons, and it's so funny when they come out and they're like literally. I remember the head of gay conversion therapy for the Mormon Church came out as gay.
I remember that.
It was the funniest shit ever.
Wait, what?
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Damn.
Yeah, because he was like ruining like teenagers'
Oh,
lives,
he got converted.
and they were the same as him.
So that's
They
what
were the
conversion
same as
therapy
him.
does.
That's what
He never
conversion
went
therapy
through the therapy. He was just closeted his entire fucking life.
What was that even like? If we should talk about this on podcast, what did that even involve?
What? Being gay?
Conversion therapy.
How do you be gay?
Basically,
I don't know.
I've seen somewhat of it. It's essentially just like semi-abusive summer camp. Literally, it's just like the main problem with it is you are put in room with a bunch of other teenagers who share the same sexuality as you.
Oh,
That is the problem.
So let's take all these gay men.
Let's take
and
all
put
these
them in
gay
a
men
room
and put them in a
and-
room with no
Get
women.
horny teenagers and put them in a room together, and then tell them that they are disgusting for what they are and they should try to better themselves.
How hard does
They don't
conversion?
just
How
have an
hard
orgy.
should? Can they not just
What?
buy like?
And literally,
strippers or
it's
something?
like I'm
No.
not necessarily sure like on the specifics, but it's just like it's like slowly breaking down your mental state until a point where you like, yeah, I'm not gay. It was a choice. I just made a dumb choice. I'm straight. And like they break down their attempt is to break down your mental state so fucking
It's
far.
just to make it's gaslighting. It's gaslighting. They
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
yeah, it's just
gaslighting.
well,
until you
they
give up.
either make you think you're going insane or they actually make you go insane.
Yeah, and but the funny thing is, it doesn't work now for most people because you know a lot of like gay kids they
Stop.
accept who they like. They have the clarity of mind to like accept who the fuck they are.
Right.
And like teenagers, they have thick skin. They just don't give a fuck. And like you know,
Well, I mean, especially when like depending on who you surround yourself with, you see all this stuff on social media that's like you're valid who you are, you can be who you want and stuff like
yeah,
that.
so it's really empowering.
It's hard to once someone's
like,
accepted that, it's hard to
disempower.
make them not anymore.
yeah. It also, they're
Thankfully.
secretly like sucking each other's dicks in the bathroom. Like you, yeah,
Yeah,
literally, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, Michael, it's hard to go back from that.
What?
Like, Michael.
What?
Huh?
So
Once you
that's why
start
Michael's
sucking
status was husband.
Husband. Yes.
Husband.
True.
Husband. Fake.
Islamabad.
Fake.
That is a city. That is not a statement.
Islam?
Islamabad.
Yes.
As a city called.
And thing is,
Jesus.
where is it's in some Arabic country. I'm gonna Google it.
Islamabad.
Islamabad.
Oh, I just googled Islam bad by accident.
It's
Who the
it's
fuck
the
is
capital.
Islam?
It's the capital of Pakistan.
Yahoo! Let's go.
It is. Islamabad.
That those motherfuckers must hate
Islama is
themselves.
I
But
wonder how many like closeted gay Muslims there are.
probably a good bit.
Wonder how many closeted.
I wonder
gay
how many
people there are in this
closeted-
VC.
None.
Probably none, huh?
None.
Drake and Diego.
None.
No.
Diego,
I
why
can't do
why
it.
you looking
I
at me
can't-
like that?
I can't keep a straight face anymore. It's so funny.
Exactly.
I can't keep a straight.
I love Dick.
For some reason, looking at Diego making a straight face is making it harder for me to make a straight face. the way
My face feels so awkward when I do it.
the way your face like contorts when you're trying to stop smiling, you go like.
No one. No one.
All right,
There's
this is
been
not
really-
This is
rail.
not.
There's
So
no gay.
fucking
No, I'm being
stupid.
serious. There's no gay people. Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, it's
Yeah.
just like a dumb topic to bring up. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
what the fuck
choose-
you're
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what gay people are.
Fuck, I can't. I fucking can't.
Whenever there's like a moment where everyone's got a straight face, I am always the one to break it because I can't
Yeah.
hold it for very long.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to think of something. Actually, why do you think? Let me think. Let me think this more. How did Monkey become man? I know the answer. I have my own answer to this. How do you guys think Monkey became man? We know it did.
I think.
But how?
Time.
Monkey went to
God.
sleep one day, woke up, he was man.
He had a glow up.
Puberty had a glow.
Man,
Monkey had a
he
glow.
went to high school and had a glow up, and then there we were.
Hairy ass motherfucker became clean ass.
Dude, he
I mean,
just-
yeah. What happens? What happens when you shave a monkey? Does it evolve?
What happens when you shave a monkey? You get Drake Forrester.
Does it just evolve after you
You
shave it?
motherfucker. I'm gonna do no shave November and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Dog, we don't want to see your balls.
No, that would be
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's the only thing
So
that's
I-
gonna.
If I don't shave, I turn back into monkey, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no, basically, my theory is, I don't know why, but like basically, the Sahara used to be green in Africa.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This ties in. The Sahara Desert used to be green. It
Yeah.
used to be green.
Right.
Right. But then it wasn't anymore, and all the trees died, and a lot of Africa became like savanna and desert. And because the trees were gone, monkey couldn't climb into a tree to get away from predators anymore. And so
they all
because
died.
no, because
They
the
learned
ones
to
that didn't evolve died. The ones that didn't die, they evolved to have like sweating, so we could run for longer without like actually having to stop and pant.
Right.
We evolved like basically shit to help us like survive on the ground.
Yeah.
So we started like grouping in large numbers, and we started like using our intelligence to craft tools because we couldn't like we didn't have the food capacity to be physically strong. So
Or the
like
mental capacity.
well, yeah.
We still
Well, no, that's not how that works.
We still don't.
Yeah.
We're about
Basically,
the same.
and that is how in my theory and from what I know, monkey became human.
Yes.
Monkey became
Okay.
Monkey became
nice.
man by needing to get away from predators, needing to survive because its main form of food and its main form of safety kind of disappeared. So it had to adapt to the environment
I
around
think
it.
monkey became man through man time travel.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
They saw
Man
a
said,
gun.
monkey,
They saw a
here's
gun
steak."
and they were like, "Yo, I want one of those. I can oppress minorities with that. Yo."
Man taught
Yo.
monkey how to hold guns sideways. This is so fucked.
I don't know. If
I
I've
think we
mentioned
should.
this.
I think we should finish this off with a discussion of Reddit.com.
No.
Yo,
No.
the fucking, Wall Street bets right now though.
Wall Street bets
Wall
right
Street
now. though.
bets- They are
Okay, we
doing
actually should
God's
talk about
work.
that. We actually should talk about that.
That is God's work.
It is.
So should
Fuck rich people.
Robinhood be able to
no.
limit the taxes?
I don't even know what the
that are
situation
bought?
is.
The answer is
no,
no. The
because-
correct answer is
No, because that quite literally destroys the purpose of a fucking free market. Like,
Exactly.
no. It's a bit
is a-
weird. It's a bit weird because
Rabbi, eh?
Donald, or who was it? Ted Cruz. I'm not gonna go find it on Twitter, but Ted Cruz, and AOC, Ted Cruz, AOC, like a bunch of people from the left and the right all agreed, like, no, Robinhood shouldn't be able to stop this,
Yeah.
which was a weird take, in my opinion, from AOC. I don't like disagree with a lot of her stuff. I agree with a lot of what she says, but for some reason that just was weird to me because like she had just gotten done like explaining like why Twitter should be allowed to like ban Donald Trump, which I'm not like trying to take a side here, but it was just weird to me to see like that, right? Because like if you limit or if you let Twitter like, you know, silence Donald Trump, then you sort of are obligated to let Robinhood do what they want to, or it seems like it's taking a
Actually,
political bias.
The
I want to say
difference
the
is-
reason I disagree with that is Donald Trump was using the platform to incite violence.
Oh
whereas
no, I
Robin-
agree. I think Donald Trump should
Okay.
be off of Twitter. I don't think he should still be
There's
there.
another
It was just
difference between Twitter being completely private company, completely separate from any sort of anything else, versus
from Robinhood being tied to a legal entity.
Yes.
okay. True. That's fair, but I mean, yes, stocks are important, but I feel like Twitter has a really huge handle on like society. And you know that sounds like society if Twitter were. It's just like I feel like Twitter has a sort of underrated handle on like how things are. Like the president like has been making announcements there. Like not just
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump quote way more, but like fucking quote.
Whoa. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that what is?
Donald Trump tweeted way more, but like
What?
Obama did, and I don't think. I mean, but before Obama, there wasn't Twitter. But you know, the
Obama.
president.
With Obama came Twitter.
The Obama.
Yeah, Obama invented Twitter.
Obama.
The
Obama.
Obama invented Twitter.
The Obama.
The Bahamas.
Obama.
Is that
Okay,
does
okay,
he
okay.
come from the
Twitter-
Bahamas?
Twitter and social media in general have a huge handle on like
Society.
communication. Yeah, and
American
just
society.
as a whole.
American society.
Yeah, especially American society, but I don't know especially, but like just society as a whole, and it feels weird to let them do whatever they want, but prohibit other people from doing whatever they want. I think I think Twitter should be able to do whatever we want. I don't think we should have to hold them to. I don't think we should have to let them let whoever they want. I just feel it's weird to be applying some things to some people and not others.
Yeah. I mean, I understand,
How it's
but obviously, like as we pointed out, there are good reasons for it.
Oh,
Obviously.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, again, I don't think what Twitter did is wrong. I think they should have the power to do what they did.
Yeah.
I think they definitely. Otherwise, I mean, like, especially because they need to be able to be free of legal responsibility, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I think that was what Section 230 or whatever. I think.
Yeah, because like if
Twitter-
Donald Trump was using that platform to incite violence, like
Right.
Twitter is like they should not be allowing a person to incite like a person with large authority over lots of people to incite violence.
What Section 230 was about, really, or is about, I don't know if it's past or present, but what Section 230 is about is whether Twitter is responsible for like violent things that happen. Like, say, like if somebody tweeted like, "I'm gonna shoot the president," and then they were like looking for people to help me shoot the president, and then 2 days later the president got shot by those people. Section 230 would prevent Twitter from being that. And that's just a general thing that needs to happen. And Donald Trump, I think, at some point was trying to repeal that, which I don't like. That doesn't sit right.
They shouldn't necessarily be accountable just because someone on the platform good. And like imagine like someone on the platform says, "School shooting time," a school shooting happens.
Right.
Twitter could not fucking prevent that.
Right. I think Section 230 is necessary. I think it makes sense, and I'm in favor of it. I just feel like the timing of it was really bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Donald Trump spent a lot of time trying to repeal it because he wanted to try to like make it so that he could sue Twitter. And then I don't know, I think just the whole thing is just brainwashing, to be perfectly honest. Like, or it's not brainwashing, but it's almost like, I think the whole thing with the conservatives right now in general is just, it's like being in a gang. Like you can do like whatever the hell you want until like you can do whatever you want with this group of people, and the second you say something bad about them, like you just get shot.
What?
It's
Yeah.
just weird.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, if you looked at the way like a bunch of everyone just turned on Mike Pence all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Did you right? Like they tried
Yeah,
to
no,
assassinate. They tried to kill him.
it's actually that was actually really fucked up. Their main point, they were trying to fucking kill Mike Pence
They were.
because they're like the vote is fraudulent and Mike Pence is betraying.
They wanted
us.
to get rid of Pence. They thought Pence was a traitor for not following their narrative. That's the problem. Is
Yeah.
these people get so convinced that anybody who doesn't follow their narrative exactly is just like out to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
that's because there's so much fucking fear mongering.
yes,
It's like
exactly.
this shit's been going on for fucking years.
Years.
Mhm.
Because powerful figures with like strong views are like, you see all these these BLM protests, there are these riots, and like they're basically scaring people, shitting themselves about like they think like these minorities and these gay people are gonna fucking like install this neo-socialist fucking type of government that fucks everyone over and takes away the white man's rights. And the
Yeah.
last straight white male being hunted down in 2025,
Yeah.
some shit like that. They think that's going to happen.
Right.
And
And the problem is somehow, I don't know Donald Trump, like if he just has this sort of charisma or whatever, but Donald Trump has somehow been able to convince all of these people that he is the only one telling them the truth, and every other news source is just lying to them to try to get them, you know, and he is the only one they can trust. And if you can convince somebody that you are the only person you can trust, you can do whatever the hell you want with them.
yeah, and the problem is like it is because conservative politicians and conservative media have been doing this shit for like at least 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
And
Ancient.
these people, they're like programmed and already they're so sensitized to it. And then like Trump sees these fucking crazy people on social media like, yeah, I love Donald Trump. Biden is not my president. And like they see this shit like he sees this shit like, wow, these people genuinely love me because they think I'm their savior from this like because
so
they've
weird.
been programmed for like decades.
It's
to
so
think-
bizarre how you see, right? Like, some of the people I've seen, because I have a Facebook and I follow some of my mom's
Oh,
friends
God.
on Facebook,
Oh
and
God.
they're not bad people. I don't think they're bad people, but it's so weird to see, like, right? What was the last Republican president? I don't even remember.
Bush.
Donald
Bush.
Trump.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, before Trump,
Donald
yes,
Trump.
the last one, yes, before Trump it was Bush.
Yeah.
And if you look back, for no other politician have conservatives acted the way they have for Donald Trump. For Bush, it was all like, okay, this is a guy is a good president with flaws. For every other, like, not the president, because we haven't had one other than Donald Trump since. But for every other politician, it was like, yeah, this guy is good. He has flaws. He's messed up a little bit, but he's okay. He's not terrible. But for some reason, somehow Donald Trump has been able to convince these people that he is this perfect person. He's the best president ever, has no problems. It's so weird how that happened all of a sudden. How all of a sudden
I think
he's like an idol.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think it's because the amount of fucking times he went to rallies, he like spoke. It's because he's like this man not even a fucking Christian. He's like, I love the Bible. It's my favorite book.
He's a
And,
people
like,
pleaser.
Yeah, literally.
Lil Pimp.
That's
why.
You're derailing the conversation.
He literally
Like-
just goes like, "Oh, I love the Bible. The Bible is my favorite." But it's been like 4
Literally,
years since he's gone to
it's because
church.
he said this in an interview. He said this in an interview like 20 something years ago, like
Yeah.
probably more, saying like, if I were to ever run for president, I would run Republican because they are like one of the like dumbest voter bases. That they have some of the dumbest voter bases.
Well, what do you
And-
know?
I don't hate Republican people, but it's because those fucking hillbilly ass motherfuckers that will like, they're like, I love God, my country, and my 12 gauge, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Jake
fair, to be completely fair, there are people like that on the other side who like
Yeah.
are like, oh my God, Kamala, slay queen, oh my God, perfect, like, right? And that's the problem. That's the
Doesn't
problem.
at
is
all like
just in general,
unfairly
idolizing
imprison tons
politicians.
of black people.
Just in general, idolizing politicians and throwing away their flaws because they said one good thing or because they did
Yeah.
one good.
Yeah.
I think our vice president and our president are both qualified for the position they have, but they both have flaws.
However,
They both
Yeah.
have flaws, and they're not perfect people, and they've done
like
things that
the
are bad.
the problem with Biden is he opposed gay marriage.
Right, he did when
Yeah.
they were running. When Obama and Biden were running in 2008, they did.
Yeah.
He opposed.
And of course, people do change their minds. I don't think he just said it to try to get,
No.
to try to get people or more voters. Maybe he did, and if he did, I mean,
I doubt it because people
I
who
don't
voted
know.
for Obama were not anti-gay.
they weren't. It's just weird how they changed that. But I mean, politicians are just interesting people.
I mean,
It's hard.
Yeah, well, because I mean, to be fair, almost fucking all of them get paid a shit ton of money from big companies, and so they're all in their best interests. And our
Right.
our political system is like thoroughly fucked and corrupt through and through, but we can't really change it.
That's just the problem in general, is that you get these people who convince who convince people that, or who somehow end up convincing people that the problems that they've had in the past don't matter. And it's like
Yeah.
manipulation. It's like convincing, like, oh yeah, I did that bad thing in the past, but it's okay. Just sweep it under the carpet. It's fine. And for some reason that works on a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's just a general
Well,
issue.
It's because when you're feeding them information they want to hear, and when these people, when they desperately want this person so badly to be a good person, they will blatantly ignore the bad things, especially if the person says, "Hey, I didn't fucking do that. What the fuck are you talking about?" I did
Exactly.
that."
They Donald Trump especially, I hate to keep going back to him, but he especially is very good at telling people what they want to hear. He is so amazing at like knowing what the crowd wants him to say and saying it so that they're pleased with him.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2016 he just ended up being he appealed to the hillbillies. He really did. He appealed to the people who have guns in their closet, who have Confederate flags on their door, and he appealed to those people during the primaries, and then he eventually just
also-
took control.
And then he also appealed to like the typical like economic favorite like base
Right.
conservative who like
Right.
maybe Christian or some shit, maybe more right leaning, but typically they're interested in economics. He appealed to them as well. He appealed to
That
a
would be people like my
wide
mom.
demographic of people.
That would be people like my mom who are not super, like guns for Confederates, but are like, okay, we don't really want to like do socialism, and we don't really want to, we don't really want to go in that direction. And he somehow, I mean, my mom didn't vote for him. My mom despises Donald Trump, but he appealed to people like that. He appealed to people like that who really care about economics and who really care about it's back to the nationalism thing. He appealed to people who are proud to be an American and really just want to put America first. And he appealed to those people, and it worked. From the beginning, he was like, "Let's build a wall." From the beginning. And if you can convince people who think a wall is necessary that you're going to build a wall, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he
Actually-
also, sorry, go ahead.
One thing I wanted to I kind of because the podcast is getting like we've been running for almost a fucking hour at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
one thing I want to
exactly.
say, I kind of want to do a more inclusive thing because like some of the fucking people here, I'm not gonna say anyone. I haven't been
Dog,
talking
I
that
don't,
much.
I don't have
So-
any opinions on
so
politics.
Let's
That's
talk
fine.
about. Oh fuck, never mind. And that when I was gonna say like, where do you stand like the political compass, like around where
I don't
are
know
you?
if we want to go there.
Maybe,
I think
yeah.
it's fine. I think it's fine, but I don't think we want to go into like specific stuff. I
Okay,
mean,
let's
just
talk
generally,
about-
like I haven't stated like fucking any of my political opinions. I mean, some of them obviously, like
some
obvious,
of them, but I
like
mean,
the obvious
mostly.
ones. Like, yeah, I don't think black people should be killed. Like,
What?
no, right?
What?
Sorry, hot take, but I don't think.
Let's
racism is
talk
good.
about the skill cap of Valorant. I have a take on it.
I don't know what this. Yeah.
Basically, this podcast is not a podcast for crystal clear, smooth fucking transitions to the next topic. It's just like, next
Alright,
topic,
this
please.
Podcast is for no
Basically,
one.
the problem I feel like a big problem with
We're
Valorant is
watching this and that's it.
Valorant is so fucking reliant on it's just mechanics. It's like almost all
We're actually
mechanics.
talking about Valorant. Okay.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Like, the game is the
Uh-huh.
skill cap is it's like Fortnite. It's like there's no external skill besides mechanics.
Okay.
There's like at most it's at most like knowing spray patterns and like knowing when to buy, what to buy, when not to buy.
I mean, okay. I don't want to be cynical about this, but how is that different from Counter-Strike? Because there's very clearly a difference between the skill cap in Valorant and the skill cap in Counter-Strike, and I know there is. I just don't know why. Like, genuinely, why is
Yeah.
there such a difference?
I feel like it's because like with shit like CS:GO, these maps have been out for so
Okay.
fucking long.
So what's the issue? What are we talking about?
Basically,
We're talking about the skill
Valorant
cap
does
in
not have a
Valorant
very
and
high
how-
skill cap.
and how CS:GO's skill cap is so much higher, yet we can't I can't pinpoint the reason why.
I think
One thing
skill
I
cap,
would-
Like how
partially
far you can
CS:GO
go up before you can stop. Like,
CS:GO has been perfected a lot more as a game.
Learning new
Like
things?
at
Yeah,
like the players,
it's because I feel like
like
Valorant-
strategy.
yeah, I was gonna say
Technique.
because Valorant has been treated more like it's brought in a lot of people from just like run and gun games. Like it brought in a
Right.
bunch of people like from like Overwatch, Fortnite, like Overwatch is a little skillful, but it's just mostly purely mechanical
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
It brings in a lot of those people, and they treat it as just like peak, usability, peak angle, win game.
It
And then-
appeals to the people. Valorant appeals to the people who practice their their strategy, their moving around the map, their stuff like that. And
spray
CS:GO
pattern.
appeals to people who spend all day in an aim trainer.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
There's
And
nothing
it's
else you
also,
can do.
but,
Like, you turn
but
a
it's
corner.
also, the problem with CSGO is like I'm thinking more like pro play, honestly, more than just general
Yeah.
play.
Oh yeah,
The thing-
pro play is more.
the thing about CSGO is because like they have these great IGLs. They're like, okay,
Mhm.
so we look at this team. They love to do like a double fakes. They love to like go A, throw shit, like shoot some shots, maybe get a pick, then go B, and then they fake back to A.
Right.
They love to do that. So what we're gonna fucking do? We're gonna have like one mid watching for cross permanently. I'm talking about Dust 2 just for fucking example.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have one mid permanently watching cross. The rest of the people are watching A, and we're permanently watching. And if they ever end up at B, the person at mid is working. He's the one who gets all the information and shit. And so a strategy like that can be very well done.
Yeah.
Whereas on Valorant, it's mostly just the people. The maps haven't been out for long, and one thing I also want to say, because in CS:GO, everyone has the same utility.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot more
a lot
common to spot.
simpler.
I mean,
Like,
think about this. Just generally, Ethan said the game is more polished. Valorant looks more polished out the front face because the animations are smoother.
Well, I'm not.
The game looks
I'm not
newer.
referring to the actual game itself. I'm referring to like the actual technique of playing the game,
Okay,
the
yeah.
general player.
Because it's been there for a while.
Valorant as a whole, or Valorant as a front, looks more polished. But Counter-Strike has been out, or CS:GO has been out for what, 7 years, and
8,
Counter-Strike
9.
series has been out for over 20.
Yeah.
Valorant has been out for like 7 months,
Mm.
yeah,
and it's been in betas for like 9 months.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I mean, it makes sense that a younger game is going to have a different thing, but I think generally when you have I think generally just CS:GO is more tried and true. CS:GO CS:GO has been having pro tournaments since what, 2014? I don't even remember the year. But Valorant
before that.
But I mean, Valorant has been out exclusively during like COVID. So there's been no pro tournaments, no
No, it
events.
haven't. They haven't.
Only
There
online.
There have been a ton of online events.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, online events, but there's been none of the typical in-person stuff.
Yeah, the big publicized
Yeah,
ones.
no, like
Right.
LAN type things.
Right, exactly. The LAN events. There have been none of those because of COVID.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I just think what makes a game, or what makes a game what it is how the pros play it.
Yeah.
You know, you can have little Tim Tom on his PS4 playing Fortnite, but that's not what Fortnite is. What Fortnite is how, you know, the pros play, the pro players that have been signed to FaZe or Luminosity are playing it. That's
Oh,
what
bro.
the game is.
Yeah, sort of.
I mean,
guess.
yes,
I
of
don't
course.
know.
I don't
there's
really
of course,
think-
most people who play the game like the little kid on the PS4, you know, or somewhere in between. They don't, you know, not everyone's as bad, and not nowhere near everyone is as good as the pro players, and everyone's somewhere in between. But what really shows a game's full potential is how the pros play it.
Sort of.
Yeah.
To an
You
extent.
can't define a game, you know, because if you define a game as, if you define, say, Fortnite as how the 4-year-old plays it, he runs around the map and builds a house.
True.
Yeah, that's not really a good.
But yeah, but then if you see the pro players, they're just gonna like build up to heaven and shoot. There's no vehicles or like any of the extra
That's
items that are in the game that people use, or all the other things that make the game fun.
That's true.
So
That's
it's just a
I mean,
combination of both. You can't look at one of them.
That's true. That's true. I think if you,
Miss out
you
on
look
a
at
lot
both,
of what
right,
makes
because
the
the little
game.
kid is gonna he's gonna ride down the hill in a shopping cart, right?
Yeah, and you wouldn't even know
No.
that existed if you just watched pro
Whereas
players.
the pro
that's-
player is going to somehow fucking b-hop in fucking Fortnite, b-hop across the map, like build a Taj Mahal out of fucking wood, and then one shot someone from 50 miles away.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like,
but I mean,
taking the
I
game-
think what shows more of the game's potential is the pro players. But to know what the game really is, you need to look at both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But,
I
like-
think what the problem with Valorant is, we don't have enough of the pro players yet.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have enough, and even the pro players, right? You know, the pro Counter-Strike players have been playing Counter-Strike, assuming they're still doing it, for multiple years.
And
The pro
a
players
shit ton
have
of
been playing-
them.
And there's so many more of them, but the pro players of Valorant have been playing Valorant for like 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, and they're still good. They're still very skilled at the game, and they still know how to tack shooter works, and they still know how to do the search and
And
destroy game mode.
One thing I
They're
want to say.
nowhere near as tried and true, just because the game hasn't been experimented with enough, and it doesn't have enough patches, and it doesn't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
enough work.
Yeah, and two things I want to touch on. First, character power creep.
Please.
That is a problem CS:GO does not have. Basically, the more they release characters, they have to add, okay, so we can't keep adding the same shit over and over, else the character isn't fun. We have to add new mechanics, and typically with new mechanics, they are potentially OP and bust as fuck. Right. Like, for League has that problem. League's been out for 10 fucking years.
Yeah, the
and
fucking
each
new character is
It increasingly gets more broken.
the new
basically,
character's
with
fucked right
Valorant,
now.
Yeah, no, his name is Yoru. Basically,
Yoru's
I think it's so fucking dumb. Because
I hate
basically,
Yoru and Reyna the most, but Reyna's
In
been out for a
Valorant,
while.
Every time they've added a new character, everyone's gone, wow, this is busted as hell.
Yeah,
Just
and
because
they fix
the
it.
developers, I mean, it does get fixed, but for some reason, I mean, just the more you try to add into a game, the harder it is to play. And that's the other thing with CS:GO is that it doesn't change. Counter-Strike has had the
It's pretty
They
sad.
made one fucking major change over the last like 20 years, and that was
And
fucking
that's AUG.
and that was switching the fucking AUG and SG, and then they immediately switched back like 6 months later.
Yeah, because they
And-
realized the AUG is OP as fuck.
Right. The
Yeah.
last notable change was like the price of the M4 going up $2 or $200. That was that's the last change I can think of. And that was like
The M4A1S going down 200. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The M4A1 is going down to
Back to where it
2900.
was before, like
Yeah.
back in
Oh,
2014.
they were just trying to get back.
That right, and that was a revert of a change that they made years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
When a
Man.
game changes a lot, it keeps it interesting for like the casual player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
for
it
example.
goes-
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Nate!
There it is.
That's what I was gonna say.
When you have a
that.
game like Fortnite that changes a ton, where like the game is unrecognizable from what it was at the launch, that appeals to the casual players. But when you play the game as a job, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
You know, when you
But I feel
spend-
like
you know, Fortnite, what was their patch schedule? There was a new season, every like 10 weeks? If you spend 10 weeks learning a patch and then a new one comes out, you're just overwhelmed constantly.
Yeah.
No, actually, I want to say because League, it has like there's champion buffs, item nerfs, champion nerfs every 2 weeks.
Right.
Every 2 weeks, it's to keep content fresh. But, like there's a new champion every 4 to 6 months. There's a new champion.
Right.
Every 2 weeks, there's a change. To, like sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. Like for example, this one character was really powerful because he had an ability that blocked all damage from one. And if you're familiar with League, you know what towers are. Basically, like if you hit someone of the enemy team under their tower, the tower shoots you. It does a shit ton of damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically, that character would block tower shots.
What the?
So basically, he could full combo you under tower in a fucking. It does require some skill, but you could full combo them under tower really fast, deal a shit ton of damage, and then get out at full health.
Are you talking about Yasuo?
I'm talking about Pantheon.
Oh, that was my
okay.
That was my other
Back,
trick.
That's just power creep. Is when you keep adding new stuff and you have to keep coming up with
Dude,
original
power
stuff.
creep is
it's
so
hard to
messed up.
it's hard to balance it when you keep adding new stuff. But like
Right.
you said that it's worse when you're a professional player because that appeals to the casual player. But wouldn't it be better as a professional player for it to change? Like, do you really
Well-
want to play the same game that doesn't change
I
professionally?
mean, I agree. I
that would
think
make it so. I would be so
I think-
tired of CS.
Yeah, I
if
know.
played
I
it
think it would be
professionally.
weird to
There's got to
play
be
a
some
game-
sort of balance with it, you know?
There does. I mean, I think if you play a game that never ever changes, like Counter-Strike has barely changed. I don't think I could play that game
I would not be able to
on a
play
pro
that
level,
game
even if
professionally.
I were good enough. Which obviously I'm nowhere near good enough.
Yeah.
But even if I were good enough to play on a pro level, I don't think I could. Just because,
Yeah.
I like to play the game on Friday nights, Saturday nights, in VC, chilling with you guys, playing a game or two and then going to bed. But if I had to play that game every day as my job, I don't know if I could do it. I want a
Yeah.
game that changes more. I don't want a game that changes, say, as much as
Yeah.
Fortnite, just because it's like,
Oh yeah, that's too
it's
much.
a lot to keep up with. But a game like Valorant, if it weren't bad, I would love.
Well, speaking kind of from experience, Drake, I don't know how much I don't remember. You played a bit, not quite as much, but, because I used to play CS every fucking day for fucking quite a bit,
Yeah.
And yeah, it did. Even, like, not playing that shit, like, pro players, they play that shit way fucking more than I did.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
for
no.
way longer than I did.
Even more than, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
that
and when
shit.
you were telling me about how much you played it, I was like, wow, that's a fucking lot. But no, the pro players play
Played
it
a
way
fucked up-
more.
Fucked up more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys think I play a lot of League. Like I play like at least one game a day almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I started playing October 2019. I have 1,579 hours, some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane amount. But like there are pro players that have been playing since like season like fucking 3. These motherfuckers are like that's all they play.
Oh, yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like early 20s, they have the hair that like is like constantly like pushed up like this. It's like really well styled. They're all from fucking LA. They're like really fucking good at the game.
And I
But they-
mean, hell, if you can make a career out of that and have fun with it, go for it.
Yeah.
What
but
game
the
are we
problem
talking
is
about now?
League.
Any
League.
game.
Like
League
basically
now, but-
they play the fucking game. Like over like not including like playing solo queue. They play scrims. They have scrims against other pro teams for at least like 4 hours a day. And then some of them stream on Twitch for the rest of their day. and then the others they just play the game. Play solo queue for another like 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
That would
They
be the
spend-
problem for me
Fuck.
personally if I were to become a Twitch streamer, which I don't see myself ever making it there. But if I were to get to the point where I could stream games as a job, I don't know if I would want to. Because, I mean, obviously, it's a dream job for so many people. But if if you play a game, like, all day
Yeah.
as your job, it
Yeah.
sucks the fun out of it. It makes it a chore. And I speak from experience because I did YouTube religiously, and Nate could, Nate and I did that for a while. We actually like really tried to do quality YouTube content for like a solid couple years. And I just completely stopped. I'll put out a new video of us playing Counter-Strike every now and then, but I just could not take it anymore because every time I went to go play the game, I felt like I had to do something funny or interesting. And it became to the point where I was playing the game to make a video and not to play the game.
True.
And if I felt like that, especially if I did it so much more, because I was playing the game for like an hour a day, even though I was treating it as a job. I was playing the game for like an hour a day, and if I had to do that all day, and then like, okay, now what's my hobby? Right? Video games are a hobby of mine, but if that becomes my job, then what the hell is my hobby?
Mhm.
Right? Because you need to find something different to do. You go crazy.
That is the main concern with like sports and esports.
Yeah.
Like that's just the main concern. It's like you turn to like, oh, I played college in high school. I played I played football in college. I played football in high school. I played football in high school for fun with some friends, and
Right.
then now I got really good at it because I was really interested. And now I have to play the same damn thing every damn day.
Now, I mean, some
However-
people are perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
That's like I enjoy just sitting down with this, silly little music program and writing music,
Yeah.
and it's fun. But again, it's the same thing. If I were to make that my job, it would not be quite as fun anymore.
Yeah.
I'd get up in the morning and be like, oh, I have to write music for like 8 hours today. Instead of being like, oh yeah, I can just chill in VC and make a cool drum beat. It's like, now this is your job. And so that's the problem, is because I don't want to find a job that's like completely separated from what I like doing, because then I'd just be unhappy. Because if you have your hobbies, like instruments or sports or something, and then your job is probably not going to be as fun to you. But then your hobbies will be fun to you.
Yeah. Like,
Because if your work is something like that you enjoy doing, but that's not a hobby, then your hobbies will still be fun. But if you make a hobby into your job, now it's like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Like one thing I'm fucking amazed at, like streamers. Well, I'll see their tweets like, I've been pretty burned out recently, so I'm gonna not stream for a few days. I'm just gonna play games with some friends. I'm like, you said you were fucking burned out? Like, I understand, but like they're burned out, yet they're like still playing games like all fucking day.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
they're like-
to be fair, the relief I got, Nate, and I mean, Nate was around when this happened, but the relief I got when I decided that I wasn't going to play games to make YouTube videos anymore, and I could just sit down and play a game of Overwatch and not have to worry about what I was doing, if I was performing well, if I was being entertaining, and I could just play the game, that was a lot of relief. And I can understand those streamers get if their job is to play a game and they wake up every morning and have to entertain people, and then one day decide, okay, I'm not going to entertain anyone today, I'm just going to enjoy myself. That's a lot of relief. Even if you're still doing the same thing, doing it for yourself instead of for other people is a huge relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like doing shit for yourself for your own enjoyment. It's not like, oh, I need to do this, or it's not for me. Is doing shit like that, like that's not fun. But when you have a sense of like, this is purely for my own enjoyment.
Right.
I don't need to act like different on stream. I don't need to control what I'm saying or I'm doing. I can just fuck around.
I think for me, I don't know what it is, but for me, as soon as I need to do something, I want to do it a whole lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in general, like for anything, like
Yeah.
I mean, I can't give an example offhand other than what we're talking about, but it's just for me in general. If I'm wanting to do something and then all of a sudden I need to do it, now it's like, okay, now I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
I feel like if I do stuff with friends, like I find a lot of stuff a lot more fun. Like I probably wouldn't go and hike like a big mountain by myself, but like if I had someone to like bring with me on the way
Yeah.
to like talk to,
Speaking of which, Nate,
yes.
you want to do that?
Oh, you want to hike Mount Rainier?
Yeah, you want to do that? I could
Yeah.
fly up next summer, 2022, or maybe if
Dude,
COVID.
Mount Rainier, we're gonna have to like train for that.
I know we're gonna have to train, but that's what
Yeah.
my dad's been wanting to do it, and we were gonna do it last summer. I think. No, we were going to do
Yeah.
it this summer originally.
I think so, yeah.
Because I wasn't. I have to be 16, and I wasn't 16 last summer.
I want to do that. I actually do.
Dude, that'd be
I really
fun.
wanna do that.
The fuck is Mount Rainier?
It's the mountain where Nate lives.
Yeah, I live in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to fucking what was it? Oh yeah, like fucking talking about like doing shit on your own. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, I fucking can't play Counter-Strike by myself. I can't.
Oh
there's
no!
just
I'm not talking about solo queuing.
No, I mean just like doing things like I'm not talking about I mean like
Oh.
I'm not
For
talking
fun.
about dealing with other people. I mean just playing the game by myself for fun. I can't do that anymore. I just can't. You know.
Oh
It's just
no!
not enjoyable.
Yeah, the fun of tax shooters, the fun of anything I like
Yo.
doing, and the fun of anything I like doing, and this could just be who I am, whatever, extrovert, whatever the hell. If I do it with friends, it's so
Yeah.
much more fun.
Yeah.
It
You know,
is.
even-
Playing
even
alone
for
is
me-
not.
Yeah.
Even for me, a game that's like single player, I sometimes enjoy just sitting down by myself and listening to music and playing like a single player game. But I get a lot of fun out of playing a single player game and then joining VC and just talking.
I actually,
Yeah.
but I did this for like for like 2 different games. The notable ones, I did it for The Witcher 3, where it was we had like exam packets because my school we got fucking cyber attacked, so we couldn't do shit like we didn't go there or do it online. We had to get a packet, which literally fucking everyone cheated on. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I actually got all of it too. Basically, it was like I don't fucking know. Like it's like there were 2 weeks to do it, and there were like fucking I had like 6 packets. They were like all at least 10 pages each, and I was like, beginning this week I should start on it. Then Monday I said, fuck it, played The Witcher for like fucking 15, 16 hours a day, and dude, I did nothing that day but play The Witcher and barely eat and drink. And I did that for like a period of like 3 days until I
Damn.
beat the fucking game.
I don't
I did.
know how people do that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I like
To
a
be
game,
fair,
but I can't
I've
take it for
played
that
The Witcher
long.
3, and it may be a very good game, but
It is.
after like an hour or 2 of playing a game, I can't anymore.
Yeah,
Even if
I
it's my
can't.
favorite game, Minecraft, one of my favorite game, probably my favorite game of all time. If I had to pick one, is Minecraft. I love Counter-Strike. I love Persona. I've been playing. Even when I was super into Fortnite, I couldn't play that game for more than like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
So-
reason I can do it is like I am more online. I'm more of an extrovert, obviously, but I'm a big introvert. Like have you noticed when someone new joins the server, I dislike talking to them. Unless it's like a friend of a friend, I
Yeah.
typically dislike talking.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I remember talking. I mean, I can very vaguely remember, but I feel like I didn't talk to you like barely at all until I
yeah.
was in the
Oh,
server
yeah.
for like at least 6 months.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. Like the
Yeah, I
the
only
most
talked
of
to
the
Drake because we
interaction I
played
had.
CS.
But I remember
Yeah.
Drake. I didn't even know his name. I remember I found that like fake cryptocurrency server, and I
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
sent the
yeah!
I sent the invite link to General, and Drake was the first one to join that, and I didn't even know who you were. I didn't know
I
your real
mean,
life. I didn't know your real life name. I didn't know what you looked like or your voice. You just had that like the wolf profile picture and that like Arabic nickname, and that's what I knew you as. But I remember bonding over that and still not knowing who you were.
Same. I'm like, we're just fucking with these retards in this.
Yeah, dude,
I didn't know what
it
the
was-
fuck you were.
I mean, that's just the wild thing about internet friends. It's like, it's so weird. That's the wild thing is bonding over stuff like that and still not even like knowing each other at all.
True.
Like for internet friends, it's like I know your biggest trauma, but I've never seen your legs. You know?
Man,
Yeah.
Like weird. Speaking of which,
people here do have a thing for showing their legs off.
Yahoo.
I'm bad posturing.
Let's go.
sauce.
Stop! Stop! The imposter does not exist. It's a
Okay,
figment of
hold
your
on.
imagination.
Also, Drake, the thing about being able to play for like fucking 12 hours straight, that's not an introvert thing, because I don't go outside when I stop playing a game. I just play a different one. I just like lay in bed. I don't go outside. I don't go talk to people. I just play something else because I can't take a game for that long.
I am just like, if it's really stimulating, I'm able to do the same thing for fucking hours.
Are
Yeah.
you diagnosed with like ADHD or anything?
Not. My parents didn't get me tested for shit.
Okay.
Like genuinely, I have a
'Cause
family
that's
history.
that's a symptom of some things. Is like not. Do you have like trouble focusing on
Yeah.
some stuff? Because
Yeah.
like that's a symptom. I mean, I'm not trying to like be like a doctor or anything, but like it is a thing where like you can like have a lot of trouble focusing on some things, but then like when you find one thing that gets like super stimulating, you just play it for ages, and like you
Yeah.
don't eat and you don't drink and you just ignore everything else, and it's like you just live in the world of the whatever you're focusing
I
on.
do that with anime and good games.
Okay.
Literally, like there's like it sounds fucking crazy. So, like I don't watch a lot of anime. Like
Okay,
they're like
no, it's
like,
fine. We're not gonna like judge you. It doesn't matter.
I know because like
Yeah.
I remember when I started watching Attack on Titan. I had watched the
Hmm.
first 2 seasons like 3 years ago. I barely remembered shit. I spent a period of 3 or 4 fucking days. I went dark off Discord. I did because it was like over the summer. I ate like maybe 1 meal a day and drank half a bottle of water. I just did fucking nothing. I have some of those days. I call those degenerate days. It's where like I will brush my teeth like half of those days, and I will shower like one of them, and it is so fucking bad.
Boy.
CS:GO players.
True.
No, but like, actually, I know I will shower, but like I won't shower in the mornings. I will like
no,
I will like
I know
I
what
will
you mean. Yeah,
typically-
some days you just fucking don't want to do anything.
I will typically wait until I'm like I eventually bully myself. I'm like, you fucking idiot, just go shower. It's not that hard. Like your hair looks like shit. Just shower. That's the main way I get.
Oh
that's
yeah,
how-
no, like there have been days.
Hair is
when I-
probably the only thing. Sorry, what?
That makes
No,
me
there.
sick.
I mean, there have been. Oh, that and in the summer, like the only thing that like, I mean, that the hair and the fact that during the summer your legs like stick to each other.
Oh
my
fuck
gosh.
yeah.
I
That
hate
is-
that.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not the only one. Like you get it if you have to like skip a shower, if you just like skip a shower in general, like the next day, or you try to get in bed and your legs are like sticking to each other.
Sometimes
hate
my
it.
fingers stick together.
Oh yeah, no, everything just starts to be like
Yeah.
super grimy. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Shower.
Yeah.
Speaking of not
Deodorant.
shower, let's play
Deodorant.
Counter Strike.
Deodorant.
Yeah.
Deodorant.
Okay, Nate, would you play with us?
I'll play one.
All right.
Let's
Do
go.
we want to? Do we want a gaming?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Sure, man.
You gotta end the podcast somehow, but
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for coming.
What
to the
is-
DaBaby.
Just Okay, thank you for coming to the DaBaby podcast.
the DaBaby. The
Dog,
DaBaby.
I zoomed out of my Discord and I saw my browser. I have a Wikipedia article for the list of incidents at Walt Disney World, and I don't know when I pulled this up. I pulled it up at some point during the fucking podcast.
Thank you for coming to.
I
the-
want
the-
to say
the-
to
the
anyone
DaBaby.
who made it this far, I fucking apologize. So
All right.
Probably just someone
We're
that
in
someone
an
we
hour
know.
and a half for now.
Oh my god.
All right. Go to
God.
the gaming.
See y'all.
yeah, all right.
fuckers.
Bye, everybody.